Down now.
Yes. Hey everyone, welcome in. We have a special guest here today. I'm here with Richard Childress. How are you doing, sir?
Good to see you,
Nice.
Mr. Iron Man Mike.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, this is awesome to have you here. I'm just going to adjust this camera here. And
Okay.
so I appreciate your time today with respect to just everything that I've heard and seen and watched since I was a kid growing up, watching you do amazing things in race car driving. And I think it's an honor to be here with you to be part of the podcast.
That's great. Thank you for coming by. I met you at our veterans breakfast that we have here at RCR, second Wednesday of each month.
A little closer.
So yeah, so we're glad to have you here talking about racing and our veterans.
Fantastic.
We got to adjust this. How we looking now?
There we go. We're good on the cameras there.
Okay.
So sorry about that. We're just kind of adjusting a little bit, and you can move it a little bit over if you'd like.
Yeah.
So
Which camera are we looking at? That one or this one?
1, 2, 3. We got 3 going at the same time.
Okay.
Here.
How's that?
Fantastic. So we're in Welcome, North Carolina, and I'm Iron Man Mike. I've got a podcast. It's a new podcast which I shared with you. And let me tell you real quick. I help veterans. I am a veteran. I help the homeless veterans, and I'm instrumental with an advocate with wanting to help those out there. Matter of fact, I'm trying to put together a foundation to help them as well. So I got introduced to you about a month ago, and I understand you help veterans, and I came to a meeting of yours. Well, if you want to tell people a little bit about your meetings and what you do for veterans.
Yeah, well, do all we can for our veterans. You know, we really appreciate everything they've done for us. That's the reason we're all here. Being able to do the things we're doing today is because of our military men and women and our veterans. And so sad to say, the ones that have fallen, we respect them as well. I think that every other Tuesday, second Tuesday of each month, we have a veterans breakfast, and we end up as veterans coffee, veterans breakfast, and we ended up having 400, 500, 600 veterans a normal week. The neatest one we had was going back to the 75th anniversary of D-Day, and we had 82 World War II veterans here, and that was a very, very special day. I'll never forget it. Went around and shook every one of them's hands, and it's a breed that's not going to be here much longer.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm just excited to witness when I came here to your event, and I was shocked. There was a gentleman that was there from World War II, I think he was, 92 or 93.
Yeah, the youngest one that was here out of the 82 was 89, and it was a lady that was in World War II, and and now we have a lot of. It was just great to see them and hear a lot of them stories. We have them to get up and talk and tell some of the stories. And sometimes when you hear those stories, it's heart shattering to listen to what those veterans, and some of them were captured in different prison camps over in Germany. And it's just amazing to hear their stories and know how they survived.
Gotcha. Well, I am. So, what have you been doing? You have this beautiful building. I'm here in Welcome, North Carolina. Tell everyone you got a museum out front, another building in the front of your property. Tell everyone about your museum and this building and everything.
Well, we would like for anyone that wants to come by and visit our museum. I have like 42 of the Dale Earnhardt original cars. We don't have them all here. We got some loaned out, but we probably got 30 some up there. A lot of history in that museum going back to the Ricky Rudd days, back to when I drove a car, Austin Dillon, Kevin Harvick. Got a lot of different drivers in the museum, and we have a wildlife conservation area that we give $1 back out of every ticket goes to conservation. So that's a big deal to me, is conservation and protecting our Second Amendment.
Okay. So I heard Dale Earnhardt Jr. Or Senior, excuse me, Senior are his vehicles, race cars you have.
Yeah, those are the ones I'm talking about. We have like 42 of them up in the, not all here, but I own 42 of them. Had 43, and then I ended up donating one to Feed America back when the pandemic was happening.
Very good. Well, I appreciate you being such a supporter of veterans, and I'm really that's why I was really excited to come interview you. Um, what do you like to do? What hobbies outside of racing? When you close the door, shut the phone off, what do you like to do? Do you have grandkids or family, or do you have like a hobby or something you like to go do on the weekends or outside of your racing veteran donation?
Well, we don't have a lot of time off because of racing, but when we do, I still love to go hunting. I love the outdoors. I go fishing when I get the opportunity. Spend time with the great grandchildren now. You know, I've had grandchildren, but now they got children, so I got great grandchildren, and spend time with them. And I have a winery down here. I go down there about every day, every evening, and have meetings, and occasionally I'll have me a nice, good glass of Childress wine. Not occasionally, about every time I'm there.
So, I could true fun fact, everyone. I was driving here this morning, coming from Mooresville, North Carolina. That's where I'm currently living, and I saw a big billboard on the side of the freeway. It said Childress Vineyard, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's something I think we need to talk about. So it is that was your vineyard. So I'm excited. I used to own a winery myself in California, and I'd love to come to your winery one day and come do some tasting. I think it'd be a fantastic time. So I have to
You're,
coordinate that one day.
you're pass it right on the way back, pull in, drive through, take a look, and we got bistros, we have weddings, we have lunch every day at our bistro, we have tastings, tours. It's a pretty neat operation. It's grown beyond my expectation.
Oh, that's fantastic. How many bottles a year are you producing?
A little over 1 million. We're 800, 80,000 cases. So multiply that time 12. So it's pretty close to 1 million bottles.
Nice. And how long have you had the winery?
We opened in 2004.
Oh, nice. So it's pretty established, and your vineyards are very mature, vines, I mean. So that's exciting. That's
Yeah, yeah,
fantastic. How many
it's fun.
acres do you have of vineyard?
We have about 90 acres, and then we contract a lot of grapes from other people in North Carolina.
I'm very familiar with going picking your own and renting, so to speak, rent your own. So that's fantastic. I actually have a little gift for you. I was in Hawaii and I did a podcast. I interviewed a general, and just wanted to give you a coin that I got from. I got a few of these, and I figured I'd pass that on to you.
That's pretty
And
neat.
it's a pretty cool coin, and yeah, it's veterans and a little religious there. So I know
Yeah.
that that's
We,
kind of up your alley there.
we also each year do a fundraiser for helping the heroes. And we do it at the winery, and we've done it, I think we did 3 of them now. But we build homes for veterans that have handicaps, lost a limb or leg or arm or whatever, and it takes a special home. And to give those homes away is pretty special.
Oh, that's fantastic. I speaking of that, so I'm called Iron Man Mike. I started my podcast about a year and a half ago, and prior to that, though, in 2015 or 16, I started doing Spartan races and Ironman races. And I created an online page on Facebook called Extreme Sport 22. And I actually have been working with disabled veterans, missing limbs. And if you ever get a chance, go on there and check it out. But yeah, my daughter reached out to me a while back, and I brought this up in the beginning. She said, "Dad, why don't you start a foundation of some sort?" And I've got a general who wants to be on the board, and so that is something that currently working on to get that started. But love to have you involved somehow once we get that started. And we like to help veterans. I've helped homeless veterans to help them with all types of needs. Taking a shower, getting a hotel for a few
Yeah.
nights, so and getting them out of the cold and so forth. What other items do you like to do for if you want to tap into veterans?
That's, I've been involved with several organizations with veterans, and but I just like to help every way we can to help our veterans, and it's just amazing the sacrifices that even yourself did back when you were in the military. When I was, I'm going back to probably 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, right in that whole era. For 5 or 6 years, I would go overseas to at Christmas and New Year's and spend time with the veterans. And I was in Iraq when they captured Saddam Hussein, and I was only
Wow.
I asked that one guy that was on the mission when he did, and he actually, I've got pictures of it, me holding his guns and a lot of stuff, and I asked him, I said, where have you got him right now? He said, I was in Baghdad. He said, we're within 5 miles of where he's at right now.
Oh, wow. That's
So
incredible.
he was right there, and it was, but I'd like to go over there, and the sad part about that is you would go over there and you would visit with all of these veterans, and I mean, they weren't veterans at the time, they were our military, all forms of military. I'd go visit the hospitals in Germany and all over. I really enjoyed doing that kind of thing back in the early 2000s. And, but you never heard those people complain. We went one time and signed autographs at this old abandoned power plant that our troops had taken over, and they were using that for the holding spot. We flew Black Hawks over there, and we ended up visiting these guys. These guys just came in and had captured 42 bad guys, and some of them had bandages and taped up hands, and nobody complained, but they came to get our autographs. I wanted their autographs. They were a lot bigger heroes than I was, and you come back home and you didn't hear all of the good things that our troops were doing over in Iraq. It was so many untold stories that they were doing that never got to the public, unless they, certain forms would let people know. But there's so many more that don't.
Absolutely. There's also a lot of, speaking of that, I mean, a lot of our troops come back with PTSD. Some of my most popular podcasts, I have one on there. It's social media online bullying, and we tapered into a little bit of talking about PTSD and suicide rate. Every day, approximately 22 veterans commit suicide, and I'm a huge advocate with trying to help others, and that's what Extreme Sport 22 is. That means 22. The 22 stands for the 22 veterans per day that commit suicide, and there's a lot of veterans out there that need help. And that's why I have a passion. It sounds like you do as well, for wanting to help veterans. Do you have any current projects or anything that you'd like to share with everyone here, or every people who will watch this later? Any projects or anything that you want to share that's coming up?
Well, we're adding on to the winery. I'm always building and adding on, and we ended up having Kyle Busch to race for us next year, and that's a big deal. So he's going to be with us for 3 years for sure, and
Fantastic.
Austin Dillon, and we're looking for a great year next year. We're really, people say, well, you're not as busy now that racing season's over. We're actually busier now. I'll be glad when it starts back where I can take a break during the week.
I understand that. You would think you'd be busier, but man, the behind the scenes, you're just so busy doing things.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting to hear that Kyle Busch is going to be on board with your team. I've yet to go to a race, and I can't wait to do that. Wait, I take that back. In California, I went to one time, and that was at Sears Point. Was it Sears Point?
Sears Point, that goes way back when I was driving.
Yeah. So I worked for Toyota years ago, and the top producers got picked. I got to go drive the new Camrys when they first came out, and I forgot what year. It was like 90 something. And that was so exciting. I got to be the first to drive the Camrys DE, the X, and the LE, and the XLE. And man, those things perform well. They let us open up, and I'm telling you, that S turn in the back that goes down the back side,
Oh, yeah.
Man, I did so well. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun deal for sure. Yeah, I raced it myself when I was a driver at Sears Point. You're going way back in history.
I am. So I'm older than I look.
And I'm way older than I look.
Yeah. Well, no, you look great. You look fantastic. Hey, I got another little surprise for you, and Samantha as well. Let's see
Okay.
here. So, are you a Jaguars fan?
Jaguars?
Yes, the Panthers. I mean Panthers.
Panthers, yeah.
Okay. Well, I went to a game recently when the 49ers came into town, and I picked this up for you.
Well, thank you.
This is
It's pretty cool, huh?
yeah. So I got that for you, and that's from the team specifically. And then let me just bring this over here. It's kind of wrapped, so
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and unwrap these. So this one is for you, and this is for being on the Ironman Mike show. You
Oh,
get
that's
your own
cool.
little drink, and it's the Ironman Mike show,
So I can put
hot or cold.
Childress wine in this. This
Yeah,
will be
you
good.
can hold it up and show everyone in the camera.
See that?
It's the Ironman Mike show.
It'll hold a lot of wine.
And I also got another one for our lovely Samantha over here. Hopefully you like the flavored colors here. So you want to come over here and come online and say hi?
Okay.
You might have to come behind me here. There you go. See if you
Sam, there you go. You can
Awesome.
put your
Thank you
Childress
so
wine in
much. I
here.
appreciate it.
So this is for her. She helped put this entire program together. I just kind of wanted to take a little break during the show here, just to we have about 5. So just wanted to take a break so we didn't forget any of that. But
Thank you very much.
yeah, I
It's pretty neat.
appreciate.
I will be wearing that.
Yeah, I appreciate you. I like to do follow-ups. So in the future, if you'd like to maybe set up another one when you get an opportunity, of course, a month or two.
Samantha.
Yeah, so we can do that. But yeah, if something else comes up, and like I said, I'm trying to put a foundation together myself, and I'm actually looking for new board members. That'd be kind of neat to have you. You're probably too busy for that, but maybe
I'm
you're
on
working
about 5 boards right now.
Yeah.
I will become the chairman of the Congressional Sportsman Foundation, which does more for anglers and hunters than any NGO for the amount of dollars that they have.
Oh, fantastic.
And they're in Washington. They defeated over 1,000 bills recently that would have taken away from your rights to go hunting, fishing, hiking on public lands.
Right.
There's so many things that goes on that so many crazy people in Washington, excuse me for saying that, but it's a fact, come up with. I mean, I don't know how they even lay awake at night and think about some of the stuff they come up with. But, there's a lot of bills that we're challenged with right now that would affect, you don't have to be a hunter or an angler. It can affect your life of what they do and where you can go and take your boats. It's amazing of the things that they're constantly doing. So I'm really proud to be on it. I'm on the National Wild Turkey Federation board. I was on the NRA board. I've been on quite a few boards that I'm on 2 or 3 other boards. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
So I don't know if I had a chance to tell you this, but I just moved in September from California. I escaped, and I'm here now. And I picked up a deer rifle, a Remington 700. A buddy of mine that I served in the Marine Corps, Rich. Shout out to Rich Berry. Hey, he actually, and him and I are just got our rifles, zeroed them in just last week, and we're planning on going hunting. And if you have some suggestions or places that you know that 2 Marines can go deer hunting at, yeah, let me know, because
Okay.
we definitely are looking for a spot right now.
Okay,
And-
there's a lot of public lands around that you can go on. I just we sent 8, Joey Jones, a friend of mine, it's on Fox News. We just sent 8 veterans on a deer hunt in Texas, and that was really neat. They all sent me pictures back of their deer, and it's really a cool deal.
4, 5, 6 points, 7, 8.
8, 9, 10.
Oh, nice.
Some
Very
really
nice.
nice ones. Yeah, they were in Texas somewhere.
Gotcha. Well, that's exciting. Well, man, I'm like I said, I greatly appreciate you giving me the opportunity, the time today to help our new podcast kind of get off the ground, even though it's been doing it for a year. Starting, social media is a phenomenal of how things are going these days. Small podcasts like this that can blow up to a bigger podcast, and just getting a message out there. Pretty much, it's really simple having the internet now. And last question would just be: is what's your thoughts with the internet and how that's shaping and laying a foundation to online, getting your winery out there, talk about your racing or anything else. I'm sure you have a whole social media team that handles it all, but what are your thoughts about the whole online media versus the old school way, how we used to do it?
Yeah, it's changed the world. You just take a look. This right here, once this come out, completely changed the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And once you do that, we had Charles Duke, one of the astronauts that went on the moon, to be our guest speaker here, Charlie Duke. And he held his phone up and he says, this room would barely hold the computers when I went to the moon. He said, today you could probably take this phone and put a man on the moon. So that's how technology has changed since the 70s until today. So,
It's
it's a great tool, but it can bite you as well, as you've seen
That's
through a lot
true.
of people.
That's true.
So,
Speaking of technology, we're doing a live stream on YouTube and Facebook and simultaneously right now, and plus we got our recording going. So it's pretty exciting. Technology is just fantastic and amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir, for coming, and thank you for serving our country and being a
welcome.
veteran. And it's amazing. None of us would be here doing what we're doing today if it wasn't for your sacrifices and so many more, and so many veterans and our troops that are out there today that are in harm's way, that's keeping us safe in this country. So thank you very much, and
You're absolutely welcome. And
good
thank you
luck
for
with the
thanking me.
podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Merry
again,
Christmas.
sir. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, and appreciate you guys stopping in today. And I want to thank Samantha for helping put this all together, put it all together. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Samantha.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, everyone. Do you want to tell everyone how they can reach out to you on any social media platform if they'd like to check out your winery or any racings?
rcrracing.com or childressvineyards.com. Either one of them, you can reach us, and you can see a lot about our winery. You can see a lot about RCR Racing. You can take a tour of the museum virtually. So it's pretty amazing what technology is today.
Fantastic. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to the camera up there. Thank you so much, and
Thank you.
look forward to maybe a future podcast in the future. All right, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you,
And-
sir. Sorry, my schedule's so.
And stop.
I got 3 guys waiting on me in here right now.
Oh,
I told them I had
well-
a meeting at 2:30.
Well, I greatly
okay.
appreciate your time. I think it went really good, and
Talked about a lot of good subjects, but
yeah,
we can't do enough for our veterans, and it's just one of those deals. We got to
Absolutely.
keep. I was just looking something about a train, and
yeah.
okay.
I'm
You
sorry.
good? Let's,
Yeah, I
let's
was
get
gonna
you
ask-
to your next one.
I was going
so
to
that
ask for
way,
like, usually people ask for an autograph photo of some sort, but I didn't even think to ask that. But
You can get it. We can get it.
yeah, if you're not too busy, I'm going to be here probably for an hour to do a little
Disconnect.
editing, breakdown, and pack everything up. So, but
Okay.
anyway, yeah, thank you
You
so
wanna-
much.
Get a picture.
Yeah,
and
you
get-
want to take a picture with your phone?
Oh, yeah, we
You
can
wanna
do a
do that?
photo too.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Or how about
have
this? I'll take it with mine and then I'll send it to you.
beautiful. That would be fantastic. Oh, do you want to do it sitting down here?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, like during the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple.
Yep. Awesome.
And
Got
then
it.
you want to do one from this angle, and we'll just try and get the whole podcast studio in it.
Perfect. You're all set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right.
will-
I thought it went really good.
Yeah, I will
Um,
talk to you later.
I know she was
Thanks for
nervous
this.
about questions, but how are my
Yeah.
questions? Okay.
All good.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right.
Perfect.
All right,
I'll
thank
be
you.
right back. Okay.
All right. Thank you. I'm gonna. It's gonna take me a minute to now rehearse everything.
Yeah. No worries. Sounds
All
great.
right. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
All right. You guys have a good day. All right. Do you mind shutting the door?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm just gonna do a final.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do a final real quick. I'm going to start streaming. Hold on a second. I think I'm still recording. Are you sure you want to? No. All right, everyone. Hey, this is Iron Man Mike, and hey, we just had an opportunity to do a podcast with Richard Childress, professional race car driver extraordinaire. He's a vineyard owner, and he does so much for our veterans. And thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and have some more future podcasts, it looks like possibly. So I'm excited about that. But hey, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm in Welcome, North Carolina at the RCR, Richard Childress Racing Event Center and Museum. The museum actually is up the street, but if you ever get an opportunity, definitely got to come check it out. It's actually a really cool, amazing opportunity and time here. So, but anyway, I'm blessed and excited to be here. And hey, if you too would like to, don't forget to subscribe and follow our podcast. We have some other great content coming up, and got some really cool podcasts that are going to be uploaded soon. So check that out, subscribe, follow, hit that notification bell, and look forward to seeing you guys online. And once again, thank you for following the Iron Man Mike Show. You can also go and get some merch, Iron Man Mike shirts, hats, hoodies, clothing, and you can go to Mike Urueta, that's URUETA.com, and check out our website. And other than that, thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, this is Iron Man Mike out. Take care, everyone. Let's see, do my intro. Fantastic. All right. All right. Have a good day, everyone. All right. So that recording is done. We're going to go ahead and shut this off. And I'm still streaming here live on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. And you guys have a great day. Wherever the button's at. All right, everyone.
Finish it?
Yep, I was just
Awesome.
hitting the off buttons. Let's see.
Thank you so much for my mug. That was so sweet of you.
Yeah, surprised you. Ooh, I had a bunch of people online. You know, in the middle of the day, most people can't just log on.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that's done. And let me shut this one off. There we go. Bye.